Here you can see grub2, right?
Hmm.
Go on grub2. Okay. So grub.cfg. This is the main grub configuration file.
Okay. The grub. What is grub actually? Grub is the menus which we see when we
Grub
start
is
up
a
the.
grand unified bootloader, so which will load
Okay.
your operating system. Okay, so suppose if you want to install the multiple operating system, you need to edit the grub only. So as soon
Hmm.
as you start the system, you need
Hmm.
to type E, right? You'll press
Yes.
E and to get to the single user mode to fix the issues and all.
Yes. Hmm.
That is the grub. So there
Hmm.
you can see a lot of kernels. It will show line by line, right? So this is the kernel file. So you can also see here which current kernel is loaded under this. So
Hmm.
whichever the kernel is here, it is pointing to that kernel only. It will load. You can, if you keep scroll down, if you keep coming down. Okay, it is not showing. Come out. Type uname space -r. So your current kernel is 5.15.314. You need to check mlist. Type mlist space pipe grep space linux-image. Enter. It will show all the available kernels. Nothing is there. So you need to check in a different way. RPM space hyphen key kernel star you give. So these are the kernel it loaded. Okay. So now what is the kernel currently it is loading to?
It's
5 dot.
UEG 5.15. The second one from the top.
Yeah. So if you want to load your system into this 4.18 or some other version,
Hmm.
say 5.15.0, so then you have to change that parameters in the grub.
Hmm. Hmm.
1 second, I'll give you the command. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
there.
These are the three kernels I think which is already loaded. One is for SQ, one is UEK, another one is Enterprise Linux.
Yeah. So now you type actually you need to change the grub to set hyphen default.
Hmm.
So first you need to give for example grub to set hyphen default. Then in the separated in the double quotes, right? You need to give that kernel name, UEK kernel
Okay.
or whatever it is.
So we are changing the what are we trying to do? We are trying to change
We are
the
trying to change the kernel and we want to work with a different kernel.
okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason we are going to change the kernel. So it will show as a Oracle kernel. Okay. One second.
There's another command, grubby, which uses the same
Using
sig.
using Grubby also you can do, yeah. If you know,
So,
type it. The Grubby command and just give the kernel name, it will load the whole kernel.
okay, grub to bootloader configuration. Exploring the grub to bootloader. Booting
Yeah,
different
booting
kernels.
kernel. So that's the reason I'm showing you to how to change the different kernel. So the
Okay.
Grubby is using, I think, is the only single command. I think you need to give the only the single command. Type the
Mhm.
Grubby one.
Grubby only.
Yeah.
Grubby set
Grubby means
default.
no need to mention the just Grubby space you give hyphen info is equal to all. Grubby space hyphen info is equal to all. What info you're getting?
The three grub menus.
So yeah, you can whichever the one you want, you can load it. Now type grubby hyphen list hyphen kernels. Grubby space hyphen list hyphen kernels.
No, there's no such options.
Okay, you got it right? No, hyphen list hyphen list.
Grubby hyphen list hyphen kernel. Is it the one? Or kernels? Oh, okay.
Yeah, James. You type the grubby space grubby. Oh wait hyphen default remove in default type default default hyphen kernel. Enter. So this is your default kernel, right? 314. So now if you want to set as a default, grubby space hyphen set default set hyphen remove the hyphen kernel space remove is equal to no. Okay, give that is equal to /boot /vm set and then vm linux and then select the different kernel. VM Linux. Yeah, use tab. Just path will be mapped automatically. Use tab.
Okay, tab is not working. I think we have a lot of combinations with the VM Linux. So hyphen 5.5 is the current one. So hyphen 4.
Okay, if you don't want to type right, you can give 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. 0 is the latest. 1 is a previous. 2 is a older like that. So for that you have to give grubby hyphen set hyphen default hyphen index.
Index, no?
Uh,
Okay.
space 1. No, index space not is equal to 1.
Okay. Here we can see index 0, 1, and 2.
Give
So,
1. Give
which
1. Type 1 and enter. The default it is telling that what is that? Yeah, and index 1 and the kernel is that one. Okay, now you can reboot and check what type uname hyphen r once again.
it is showing the UK only.
No, you have to reboot. 5.4, 193.5.4.
Okay, now the menu has changed from 5.1 to 4.
Yes.
The other one.
One version older you are loaded. If you want to see, usually in the companies, right, they'll not keep more than 2 to 3 kernels. Otherwise, what will happen? The boot gets full. If boot gets full
Mm-hmm.
means you will not be able to boot your system.
Okay.
So you need to make sure that boot has enough space. If you keep on updating the kernels and all, right, so what happens is this will change. I mean, the boot gets increased, and due to that, your system, there are chances that the system might crash. So you need to always check whether the kernel is updated, or if the kernel is updating, you need to worry about the boot.
So now in this case we have two more kernels. One is uh, one is the UK one, which has to be actually configured. Another one is normal OL8, and the other one is for rescue. So you
Yeah,
mean to say that remove the other two kernels?
not this one. Versions, older versions. See, versions same.
Okay.
If you had a 4.10.1, 4.10.0, 4.10.9, the previous version
Mm.
should not keep more than 2 kernels. Okay, now
Okay.
check uname hyphen a. Changed. This
Yes,
is not
yes.
a
That's
UEK
good.
kernel. Okay, do you know this is not a
Mm.
UEK kernel?
Yeah, that's why late.
Yeah. So how do you load
Mm.
your system with this one?
UEK.
Yeah. How do so now you came to know how to run from the different kernel. So how to
Mm.
change the kernel into UEK in real
Okay, the
time?
same way in real time.
Yeah, in real time, sometimes they'll change it. First, you have to make
Okay.
sure that this UEK is installed or not using the grubby command. So
Yes, yes,
grubby
it's there.
hyphen hyphen list.
Previously it was there when we checked it. Actually, it was in UK only. From UK only, we changed it to this one, OL8.
Acha, then it's
You can
fine.
see that.
Then it's fine.
Three indexes are there.
So
Yeah.
EL8 UEK means that's a UEK kernel. If UEK is not
Mhm.
installed, what is the command? DNF install or M install kernel hyphen UEK.
Okay.
Install it, update it.
UK is already there, sir. You want me to install it again?
Not required, James.
Not required, no? So I'll change back to UK only.
Yeah, then index is equal to 0 you need to give.
Okay, okay. Set default hyphen index. It didn't give me any.
Reboot once. You have to reboot after changing it. Immediately it will not change.
Last time it showed me a message that the default has been changed to something. This time
But
it didn't
uname
show
hyphen
that.
r, it will not change. Uname hyphen r only after the reboot.
Okay, grubby set hyphen default in hyphen index space 0. The
Index
command
0
is
is
right.
the current kernel. Okay, current kernel. 0 means current. 1 means the older kernel it will. So give 1.
Okay. Why
Yeah.
there is a confusion means if you can see upwards, each of them are given index numbers on the top. After grubby info equal to all, index equal
Yeah.
to 0, and
That's
then
the
they have
current
given
updated version.
UEK.
Now type one more time info. It is updated, right? Because you have changed the old kernel. Now it's updated.
Okay.
Now index 1 kernel it will change. What is the index 1 now? It is holding the EL8 only. So index
Hmm.
0 is the
UEK.
index 0 is the UK. So you have to give the because you already changed, na? So that's the reason it's showing UK. Okay, type index 0 and type uname hyphen r. So it is still the EL8. Reboot it. See, this is the one way using the grubby. That is very simple. But if you don't want to, if you want the traditional method means you need to build the init ramfs. You need to change that in the grub configuration file. Then update init ramfs. That command you need to type.
But this
Nowadays, this
was not
grubby is coming.
okay. But this is not working. See, I have set the default. Okay, set default kernel index. That the command.
No. Default only, not kernel. Remove it and type uname hyphen r now.
See, it is showing the older one only.
Okay.
Grubby.
Grub. No. It will change. How come that it should work? Type the default kernel and check grubby hyphen hyphen default kernel what it is showing. Grubby hyphen hyphen default hyphen kernel what it is showing.
It's the older one only. EL8.
Okay. 1 second. So 0 is the current. 1 is the previous kernel. So give 2. Let's see 2. Grubby default hyphen index. One command actually. There is no space. I think I have given the space. Hyphen hyphen set hyphen default hyphen index space. This is the one. This is the correct command. Now check.
No, last time when we changed it, it throwed some information message confirming that
Hyphen
your
hyphen set. Hyphen 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 set.
okay, grubby hyphen hyphen set.
Ah, correct.
Yeah, okay. Now it's
Okay,
changed.
so you missed that, na? So
Yeah, hyphen, my mistake. Yeah, this time it's fine.
see what the grub command does is that it go and change the configuration file and then it will update the init ramfs.
Okay.
In the
Yes.
backend it will do. So now after coming of the once the grubby has come, so your traditional like previous commands not required. Just grubby will do it for you.
Okay. What was the previous command? That grub2 was the previous command.
No. First you need to go on using AWK utility.
No. Okay, this is one method you said. What is the other one? This one
You need
booting
to go
different.
and change the I show the grub configuration. Update init ramfs you need to do.
Okay. How to do
So
that?
first what you have to do, see, first you have to go and change the grub configuration file. Second, update unit RAMFS, and then you have to rebuild the current kernel, the -f. So
Okay.
these three commands you have to do. Dracut you have to run. Uh, okay. So first is you have to change the configuration file. You have to find the configuration file and you have to change the kernel to the
Hmm.
whichever the kernel you want. Second unit, you need to update init ramfs. That was the command.
Hmm.
It will
Hmm.
update the init ramfs and rebuild the init ramfs for the current kernel. Okay. Uh, so update init ramfs is there, right? So,
Hmm.
sorry, update init ramfs is not there in Oracle 8. So, instead of the update init ramfs, the Dracut has that.
Okay. This is another way of changing the kernel from switching the
Yeah, in
kernels.
update init ramfs is there in your Debian system, Ubuntu. Okay, but
Hmm.
your Oracle 8 or Red Hat 8, right? This uses the Dracut command. So you need to use the Dracut space. First, you need to change the uh, this one grub configuration file.
Okay. So let's go one by one then.
Go to open the grub configuration file.
Where is it
You need
present?
to see. Uh, so do not edit that manually because those
Hmm.
these files are little trickier. So
Okay.
grub2, boot grub2, grub.cfg is there, na? So
Hmm.
using grubby only to do always. Now grubby is there, you don't need to worry about it. So I'm telling earlier version means first you have to change that using that
Hmm.
grub.cfg command. You have to find out and you have to change. And then you have to rebuild that using the dracut command.
Hmm.
Dracut
Hmm.
effort. That's it. This was the earlier method. But now traditional grubby is there, you don't need to worry because what grubby will do those steps only. Whatever I'm telling, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Grubby is like automated in such a way that it will go change the configuration file, then it will rebuild the kernel.
Okay. So
That's it.
they have given a separate practice session for rebuilding the unit RAM FS.
Hmm.
So why
If
have
you
they
want, you can
given?
do. No issues, you can do it.
Hmm. 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 Maybe they are showing us both the ways, the traditional way as well to
Yeah,
between the kernels.
correct.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's do that.
Open
Uh,
it, open the configure file.
so,
But if you
uh,
miss something, it will crash. Be careful.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's just a virtual machine, right? It's nothing going to happen. You can create a new machine. Okay.
Open
So,
the grub file.
should I have to enter into grub folder?
Yeah, etc default grub. Open it.
etc default.
etc default. You open that. That's the traditional method. Vi space /etc
Okay.
and grub. Open it. This is again there are two options. You can use this grub or else you can actually, but this is not suggested to go inside that this thing. So that's the reason I'm taking the one more one. Okay.
Grubby is fine. We already tested with Grubby. That's fine. But however, I'll have to understand this practice session, right? This one, the one which is mentioned. I don't know what kind of
etc,
practice.
no, open etc grub,
Hmm.
etc default grub, vi
Enter.
etc vi /etc enter. So here what is that? Crash kernel resume RGB point. One second, let me look into it. Submenu, console, grub timeout. It's not there here. Okay, one second. Okay, go to the grub file. Remove. Don't come here. Go to grub.
3D grub 2.
No, the boot, inside the boot there is a grub file, right? Sorry, vi space forward slash boot forward slash grub to grub.cfg. So there under grub.cfg, you need to find the menu entry. Where is the menu entry? Check. Here. If this is something different updated. Okay, let's see. Scroll down. It is not showing the menu entries anywhere. 5.15 and all.
Mm,
Okay. Otherwise, open the default grub only. Vi etc default grub under default is equal to 0.
grub underscore default
Vi
equal to 6.
etc vi space forward slash etc forward slash default forward slash grub. Okay, go to the first line, scroll up. So grub default is equal to saved is there. Remove that saved grub underscore saved. Remove that saved.
Okay.
You give grub or default is equal to 0. Okay,
Okay.
then save that file.
Okay.
Okay, so this is UEFI, right?
Yeah, this is not UFI, I think.
This is
Okay.
UEFI means that is there under EFI under boot, right? Okay, no issues. Type.
No, it
You
is the
saved that,
older
right?
one only. It is in
Sorry.
BIOS only. It's the older, it's not UFI.
Okay. Okay. Then open that system. grub2 hyphen mk config.
So how about this change? I have made that grub underscore default as 0 now. Is that
That's
fine?
fine. That's the main file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now the second. Now you have to rebuild the kernel, right? So
Hmm.
rebuilding, there is a different command for UEFI and there is a different command for BIOS. So for
Okay.
BIOS, you have to use grub2 hyphen mk config. grub2 hyphen mk config.
Okay.
grub2 hyphen mk config space hyphen o
Okay.
space hyphen o forward slash boot forward slash grub2 forward slash grub.cfg. Enter. Okay. Now check the uname space -r and reboot. Reboot.
Okay. Okay. Zero means it should go to the normal EL8, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it has came back again to UEK only.
Okay. Okay. Go to, okay, do one thing. Go to cd space /boot.